Bubbly Steve is available for pre-order at shopclownfish.com. That's shopclownfish.com. You've got less than a month to pre-order this 15-inch plushie. Check them out. Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and we're going to dip back in on the Katakawa Publishing debacle. Remember, the president of Kadokawa Publishing, large manga publisher, one of the largest, might be the largest manga publisher, apologizes for pro-censorship remarks. If you remember, yesterday we talked about this situation where the president of this manga publishing company basically said that everybody should be self-censoring their content to push it through Apple and Google, and it did not go well. It did not go well at all, and now he has to apologize. Apparently, there was a lot of pushback in Japan, a lot of pushback from readers, and this guy's pretty new. He's the president as of June 22nd. We'll see if he makes it to June 22nd, 2022. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 222,000 subs. Thank you for the support. We do talk about manga, talk about anime, talk about comics, the comic book industry, whatever interests us that day. And this was kind of an interesting story. We sort of slept on it over the weekend. We had a lot of things going on this weekend, and we missed it. So I covered it yesterday, and not long after I posted the video, there was an update that the president apologized. He apologized for saying, yeah, we need to censor ourselves. So here's the update from Nichiban. Katakawa apologizes for president's pro-censorship manga comments. President returns portion of salary. Oh my God, so he had to give part of his salary back. Could you imagine if they did that in the US? Wow, you really fucked up Star Wars. You're going to have to give part of your salary back there, Kathy Kennedy. It doesn't work that way. Wouldn't things work so much better here in the US if you actually had to fall on your sword? If your company failed because of your stupid decisions and because of you running at the mouth, it would be really interesting if you had to return part of your salary. So let's read this. This should be interesting. Katakawa have apologized for their president's comments suggesting manga would need to censor sexual scenes to be approved by Apple and Google reviews. As previously reported, Takeshi Natsuno appeared in an interview with video streaming website Abema TV discussing Japanese gravure idols. That would be girls in bikinis. I think guys too, mostly girls. He stated that manga had content that was more extreme than what is seen with gravure idols, and that this and other factors prevent Japanese manga from being reviewed by Google and Apple. In other words, it's keeping us out of these Western apps, all these dirty cartoons. So I feel that we need to redefine the standards of the internet age and determine what is acceptable for the public and what is not. The publishing industry I'm in is full of libertarians, but I really feel like we need to rethink things. We need to censor ourselves so we can get into Apple and Google's good graces. Many on social media grew concerned over freedom of expression and manga being harmed in order to cater to Western company standards. However, Katakawa have now issued an official statement apologizing for Natsuno's comments. They also insist that the statement made were not related to our business operation policies. Further, it seems that Natsuno may have offered to return some of his pay, no doubt a sign of good faith. You can find the full translated statement below. Again, I think they need to do this with CEOs and managers here in the States. I think we'd see a lot less stupidity if people had to return some of their salary or offer to return some of their salary if they fuck up and cost the company money. So on July 21st, Takeshi Natsuno, president and representative director of Katakawa Inc., the company appeared on, hereinafter referred to as the company, appeared on the Abema TV program on July 21st. He participated in the program in his personal capacity. However, as the president and CEO of the company, it was very inappropriate and he deeply regrets it. In addition, the series of statements he made in the program were not related to our business operation policy. The series of comments made by the person in question in the program have no relevance to the business operation policy of the company. We take this matter very seriously and have received a request from the person in question to return a portion of his compensation, which we have accepted. This dude's gonna get fucking fired. He's totally gonna get fired. They don't put up with this shit over there. We would like to inform you of the following. Subject to the amount to be returned, President and Representative Director, 20% of the monthly remuneration for directors. 2, applicable period from August 2021 to October 2021. So he's basically having his wages garnished for 3 months because you cost the company money. We at the company will take the opinions we have received from you very seriously, and we will make every effort to ensure that all writers and creators, as well as readers and users, will be able to enjoy their works. We will continue to promote our business by paying close attention to our authors and creators, as well as our readers and our users. Thank you for your continued support. This is the second time Natsuno may have given Katakawa a headache on the subject of the Tokyo 2021 Olympic Games opening ceremony. They reported he had supposedly stated, compared to the Olympics, such shitty piano recitals don't matter. Some, such as On Takahashi, CEO of Iridori Comics, who translate independent manga, have proposed the interview with the Bima TV was intended to help repair his public image after his prior comments. Didn't go over very well, did it? Didn't go over very well. So, yeah, Takahashi also cast doubt on whether Natsuno would have truly censored manga, as Katakawa make a large amount of profit from light novels with sexual content. He claims Bookwalker has more dominance than Apple or Google when it comes to selling manga in Japan and the West, and that digital sales help provide a more accurate image of how much fans really want that sexual content. So this has been quite the discussion for the last couple of years now. There's been an increased censorship of manga, and especially light novels. Light novels have really gotten hammered because they do tend to be a little spicier than most manga. But we saw, Australia was banning a lot of books, and Amazon, banning books and banning figures of characters that are reportedly underage, even though they're just, lines on paper. They're not real. But there are authors who are concerned. We know Ken Akamatsu, Love Hina, he has been very concerned about this. We're going to talk about it. We have the creator of Record of Lotus War talking about how his works may be banned. Remember Record of Lotus War? If I recall correctly, just maybe 6-8 months ago, there was talk about the series being banned because of blackface, because of the Dark Elves. Like, what are you... One, this series is how many decades old? And two, it's a Japanese production. Like, whatever. So let's go out to Anime News Network, the most trusted anime news source. They're covering it too. And they had some other tweets. They had Ken Akamatsu commenting, which you can go out to Twitter and you can find his comments out here, and you can translate those. How, if major publishers try to regulate the expression of online creations in a unified manner, discussions will be held first with the Japanese Book Publishers Association and the Japan Manga Publishers Association. Sounds like widespread banning of content. For example, at the time of the 2014 revision of the CP Prohibition Law, the Democratic Party called on the Cartoonists Association, the Book Publishers Association, and the miscellaneous cooperatives to conduct hearings with the Liberal Democratic Party, et cetera, et cetera. So it has to go through the proper channels, right? Is that what he's saying? As far as Natsuno sees the broadcast, he seems to have no belief in convincing other major publishers to promote manga expression regulation. Censorship. However, it's quite possible that the self-regulation of only one Katakawa company will be strengthened. In the first place, unlike Kodansha and Shogakukan, Katakawa is a company listed in the first section of the Tokyo Stock Exchange. It belongs to shareholders. Subordination to foreign capital standards will appeal to shareholders. Basically, the shareholders are like, what the hell are you doing? You're going to cost us money. People really like those dirty books. How much money do we make off the dirty books? That's what people want, for sure. Novelist Makito Chinen, I believe, tweeted, if censorship were to happen, then Japan's manga and anime would lose all their predominance. Manga and anime are received well overseas because they were created with freedom and without consideration for what will do well there. It's quite dangerous for this kind of opinion to emerge from Katakawa. Yeah, so look what happened with Seven Seas. Seven Seas published censored light novels, and I think it was light novels, might have been manga, and the blowback was severe. They had to reprint the material because Western audiences wouldn't have it. They wouldn't have it. So for him to come out and say, hey, if we want to get our stuff into Apple and Google, even though that's not our major distributor of our digital comics, we've got this other app that we use, we're going to have to clean up our act. We got to clean it up. We can't have any dirty comics, even though dirty comics pays the bills. Again, not my thing. I'm not into dirty comics, but I do believe that people have a right to create whatever kind of art they want to create. And, you let the market decide. If you don't like that kind of content, don't buy that kind of content. But you really don't have a right to tell the Japanese what they can and can't make. And frankly, these Western publishers and Western manga dub studios, etc., are going to make themselves obsolete if they keep trying to tinker with what works, what has attracted an audience. We're decades beyond 4Kids at this point, right? So I think most people know what they want. They totally know what they're buying. I don't think kids are going to somehow, accidentally pick up some dirty light novels and, through the Scholastic Book Fair or anything like that. Yeah, I think this guy's a dead man walking. I think he's done. The fact that he has to give part of his salary back, and he's had 2 big public black eyes, PR black eyes, that is not tolerated in Japan. You can get away with it a little bit more here in the West, as long as Twitter likes you. But in Japan, you fuck up, you're done. You are done. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.